when we had health care pass, I know the Republicans were livid about it, and they still are. They say, oh my God, we got to repeal this whole law. The whole thing must be repealed. And they used to say replace, but they don't say that anymore because they're not going to replace it with anything. Okay, they've been asked over and over again on television. They're like, well, I'll replace it with squat, right? So that's not going to happen. So now here's the problem. Some portions of the bill the country really likes. 82% for people saying, hey, you know what, pre-existing conditions should be covered by your insurance. That's very, very popular. Second most popular one, for kids that are to the age of 26 to be able to be covered under their parents' health care plans. In the past, they couldn't be. They'd be considered adults. Now they can be. Now, not only does the country like that, it turns out Republican politicians like that. You know why? They got kids between the ages of 18 and 26. So now Huffington Post did a great analysis of this. Turns out there are dozens of Republicans who are taking advantage of that provision in President Obama's health care plan. And when asked, hey, are you guys going to give it up? So, yeah, right, yeah, no way. No, that benefits me. No, I'm in favor of that. I got some great quotes for you guys. First, we start with our old friend Joe Walsh. He's the clown from Illinois. He's the Tea Party guy that's always screaming at his constituents, etc. He says, quote, he's my 24-year-old son, referring to his son who is on it, is on a health plan right now, on his mother's plan. But again, that wouldn't weigh in on where I stand on the issue. No, of course not. So he says, I'm going to repeal the whole thing. Now, later, we might bring back that provision because, but having nothing to do with my son. No. I'm just saying. All right, well, if he was alone, that might be one thing. Let me give you 18 other examples. Here's Representative Pete Sessions from Texas. I support it. Oh, sure. It would be incorporated in any Republican proposal. He's got a 22-year-old son who's a full-time student on his health care plan. I mean, my son? Well, of course I like him covered under this plan, and of course I don't want to pay anymore. No, we're going to bring that back. Repeal everything except that one. I'm using that one. I love this. All right, let's go to Representative Scott Riggle here. He's a Republican from Virginia. He's got a 21-year-old daughter on his health care plan. Now, to his credit, he doesn't take a federal health care plan. He's a diehard conservative. He says, I'm not going to use the government plan, but that's because he already had health care from another business that he was running. But that's okay. That's still a good thing. So, but now in this case, you're using Obamacare. Which you desperately want to repeal, right? What does he think about this particular provision? Quote, I think that it is a good provision. There are parts of the Affordable Care Act that I support. Yeah, in other words, the ones that benefit my ass. Okay. But the ones that would help you, I got no interest in that. Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, also Republican, of course. They're going to continue that provision anyway, referring to the insurance companies. I think the insurance companies have all kind of decided that's an okay thing. They were in our office. They've been in our office the last few weeks. I love the admission buried in that quote. So he's saying, it's okay. We're going to repeal this thing even though it's popular and even though I'm using it too. But it's okay. The health insurance companies were in my office and we're plotting and scheming, and we decided that we would keep that provision temporarily, obviously. Later, they can take it away anytime they like if it's not in the law, so that we can appease people because they really like this provision, and we can say, no, you can still get rid of Obamacare because the health insurance companies have voluntarily decided to keep this. And by the way, jack up your rates while doing so. Okay, that part is not mentioned, right? But again, Bob Corker using it and says it's okay. Now, here comes my favorite one. Senator Scott Brown. Now, here's a guy who, again, wants to replace Obamacare, and he thinks it's terrible, full repeal, yada, yada, took Ted Kennedy's old seat in Massachusetts, now running against Elizabeth Warren. Well, this guy's going to stick on principle, right? I mean, of course, he's got a 23-year-old daughter. What? She's on his health care plan? I didn't see that coming. When asked by the Boston Globe whether he plans to keep his daughter on the plan and use Obamacare, he said, quote, of course I do.